Shabbat Shalom. I had the real privilege and honor this week. Can everyone hear me okay? Sorry, that's usually not a problem, but I had the honor this week of going to New York to JTS for the commencement and ordination ceremonies that happened on Thursday afternoon because our, for the next month, rabbinic intern and soon-to-be assistant rabbi, now Rabbi Lily Schwartzman, was ordained. And it was a beautiful ceremony. By the way, she was the class speaker. She was voted. That's kind of a big deal. So when you see her, say Mazel Tov. She did a great job. And I was struck as I was watching the ceremony and each rabbi getting their tallis and getting ordained at the courage, the bravery, the spirit of these 10 people who have decided to dedicate their lives to Jewish service. And there's a tinge with, as many people know because we've talked about it, a bittersweet moment because, as I said, there are about 10 graduates. There were about 30 when I graduated, and we are in the middle of a rabbi shortage right now because Mike refuses to take a pulpit. But other, sorry. It's been fun working here, friends. No, but the reason why the greats of our generation don't necessarily take pulpits, or why am I thinking it's, and by the way, of the 10 who graduated, I think 4 of them are not going into the pulpit, at least 4 of them are doing other work, because of something that we sort of read about today, and something that Sadie, you pointed out quite beautifully, which is, it's hard to be a leader in the Jewish people. As stop me if I told you this one before, but my father, who's a psychiatrist, once called me and said, on any given day in the unit, I've had a number of Jesuses. Like there's a lot of people who think that they're Jesus on my unit. And I've had a few Muhammads too over the time. And he said, but I've never had a Moses. Like, why do you think why is that? And I said, because it seems like a terrible job. Right? It's not something that you would want or wish on anyone. Right? The people are complaining, they're rebelling every 5 minutes. You don't even get to see the promised land. It's not a good gig. And when I don't know, when I wanted to become a rabbi, a joke that people would tell me again and again is, you know what, it's not a job for a nice Jewish kid. To go be a rabbi in our people. And part of that is, for a lot of reasons that are sociological, we can talk about another time, but this morning we read about the high standards that we hold our leadership to. Right? The priests have to be without blemish. The priests have to live a certain way. The priests have to be able to go into the Holy of Holies and stand before God. There is a lot that we ask of our priests. There's a parable that's told about this that says you wouldn't, when the king wants an audience with his people, right, you wouldn't send in just anybody to go have dinner with the king, right? You make sure you find the smartest, most talented, most interesting, best people in the kingdom to go sit with the king and be a good representation of, what the people are. So too, right, says the Kedushas Levi, so too we have to send our best to go talk to God. We have these highest standards, and if they do one thing wrong, if they have a blemish, if they have some problem, whatever, they are disqualified from temple service. They can't be a part of it anymore. And this is something that is important for rabbis. Sure, fine, we're good. It's okay, guys. But for all of us, we feel that same pressure today. We are a nation of priests. We're told, so the laws of the priesthood apply to all of us, not just rabbis. As Sadie pointed out, you don't really need me here. But each one of us feels like we have this pressure of leadership thrust upon us. Either because we are serving in the leadership of our community, thank you very much for all of the communal leaders who are here, or because we're Jews in 2024, and we're asked to speak for what it means to be a Jew. We're asked to speak for a country across the sea that we may or may not have a connection to, or we may or may not know anything about, but we are asked to be leaders out in the world of who we are, of who our people are. And it can feel much like the priests of old, that if we say the wrong thing, we're out. We live in a world today where everything is permanent, everything can be known by everyone, and we do not do a good enough job of giving each other grace to say the wrong thing and then make amends. Right? We live in a priestly world where one blemish and you're gone, or at least it can feel that way. And you can even see this tension play out in the rabbinic reading of the Parsha, because there are a number of moments where it says that the priests will come and they bring this offering, v'hesiu et ashama, that they're going to bring people to guilt. And the they of the word hesimu is unclear. And some of our commentaries say the they who are going to be brought to guilt are the people. Right? That a leader has to worry about what they're going to teach or what they're going to say because they don't want to lead others astray. And that's a real concern. But many of our other commentators say, no, it's the priests themselves are going to be the ones who sin. The priests are going to be the ones who are wrong, who are going to be in trouble and have to bring a guilt offering. So even once it gets past the priestly period, the rabbis still don't give the leaders a break. Right? It's all about them and their sinning or they're not sinning. So what do we do in this world where we're asked to represent our people, where we're asked to represent the Jews, we're asked to represent the synagogue, we're asked to represent all of this, we're asked to be leaders, no matter who we are or what we become. Sadie, when you want a letter to rabbinical school, let me know. We need more people, as I said. But whether you take the Sadie Cohen rabbinical path or not, we're all leaders in this community and beyond. And there's a short verse that happens right after this in the Parsha that I actually think is an answer to this. So God tells Moses to tell the people that you have to bring these sacrifices. The priests have to do the offering, the temple service, lirtzon chem, liratzon shalachem, which means what? For the ratzon can mean goodwill, it can mean appeasement, it can mean desire, right, of them. So who's the desire of them or of going to be? Well, Rashi says that it's God's desire, right? That you have to bring these sacrifices in a way that will be okay with God. That's sort of back in our track of everything has to be perfect, everything has to be okay, and when you do something, you need to think about how they are going to react. Whoever the capital T they are, we're worried about them whenever we do whatever it is that we do. Other commentaries say that's wrong. First of all, it's grammatically wrong because it's plural and not singular, but it's wrong, right? No. It's not that the priests have to do something according to the will of God. It's the priests have to do something according to the will of the people, all the people around them, which is still a little bit of a thinking about others, but it's thinking about the people that the priests interact with every day. Are they getting what they need out of the temple? Are they getting what they need out of the sacrifice? Is their ratzon being appeased? Are they getting something out of this Jewish life? And it is incumbent on all of us leaders to think that way, not only about God, but about all the rest of us. Is everyone here being brought in? Is everyone here happy, enjoying the time that they spend here at this synagogue as a part of our people? Don't worry, Kiddush is coming soon. But then, Shadal says, no. Shlomo David Lozzato, a medieval Italian commentary, one of my favorites, says, no, it's the Ratzon Shalachem means the will and desire of the priests themselves. They have to bring sacrifices in such a way that they get something out of it, that they find joy and meaning in what they're doing. And I want to leave everyone with this because, as I've said, we're all leaders today. We're all leaders in our people. We're all leaders in our family. We're all leaders in this community. We all are called upon for leadership in a million different ways wherever we are. And we should think about if what we're doing is right in accordance with what we think tradition wants us to do. Yeah, of course. And God, of course. And we need to be good leaders and think about the people around us as well. Are we leading our children in the right path, in the right way? Are we leading our friends and family in the right path, in the right way? The community that we're a part of, is everyone getting something out of this? But if we don't have something in it for us, if we don't take the time to find something that makes us feel good about our Jewish life, if we don't get meaning for ourselves out of what we're doing, then there's no way that we can help others or be right with God. We need to find a way to find joy, find something meaningful, find something for hope, find some way of connecting that is only for us, each one of us, to be the leaders that we can, because through that we can find the strength and the resilience to go out and face the people who need us all to be perfect, to go out and face the world that asks perfection of us, because we find this core of Ratzon, of our own Ratzon, our own desire to be a part of it, that can guide us through the rest of this. So, it's about to be the summer, almost. That's your summer homework, okay? No track, just Ratzon. What do you want to get? Oh, track's fine too, or camp. What do you want out of your Jewish life? What is going to make you excited to come back in September and ready to go for davening, for prayer, for communal life? You can come over the summer too, please. But what will light you up about being Jewish that you can then go share with others? That's everyone's job, to go out into the world and be the priestly nation, the light unto others that we are meant to be. Shabbat Shalom. We turn to the